Okay, so I've just completed week 1 of December Daily. So I got the Allie Edwards white album with the words on the front. And I'm just going to walk through and talk about a little bit of the products and show you the pages and then move on from there. So the first one I used was one of her overlays that I bought with the second order because they were sold out on the first. And then I made this December with my Cricut and I just welded the words together and then made the 17 and thought about embellishing it or whatever, but I realized that my album was going to be pretty fat. So I think that I like it just flat with that on top. Then I made a calendar on Word, and I'm filling in every day what I'm doing, even if there's something small like decorate the tree. Sometimes it's bigger, like I had concert last night, and I'm going to one again here in a bit. So, and then I added some tickets to the side and some enamel dots, and then an Avery tag that I bought, and then I used my little label maker there. Whoops, sorry. Then I have my reason why here, and this number is a Michael's number, and just added a few like sequins and hearts from different collections, but since it's not a huge portion of them, I won't go into those details too much. Sewed on Find the Magic, because that's kind of my reason why this year, and so I'll read this. I won't read everything, but memory has a way of holding on to things you love, the things you are, the things you never want to lose, the wonder years. So I love that quote, and that was kind of my inspiration. And I said, as a child, Christmas held magic. I believed in Santa. I celebrated the birth of Christ. I was present in the moments and found magic in the day-to-day. Christmas cookies, late-night drives, bell and star-shaped sugar cookies, church services by the flicker of candlelight, and the anticipation of Christmas morning filled my December days. As I grew, I got to take the memories with me, but somewhere I lost the magic in the hustle and bustle of being an adult. Every year, I vow this will be the year I stop and bask in the magic of the memories each tradition brings back. Too many years I run errands, mail packages, check off to-do lists, and miss out on opportunities to celebrate years gone by once upon a Christmas. This year I want to remember more and collect more memories to pull out next year. God has provided a bounty of blessings in this season, and I want to stop and say thank you for the exclamation point He puts on each December through things as frivolous as sprinkles and as serious as His Son, who birthed my salvation. So, just trying to, even with December Daily, I love it because it makes me stop and think about what I'm doing, even though I'm still so busy. Okay, so this collection I use on this page and the one behind it is Bo Bunny, Candy Cane Lane, and this is a foam glitter letter from Hobby Lobby. And so I did my Christmas cards on day 1. I always do them early, and I have another Avery. I guess that's the same Avery tag. This is from the Target Dollar Spot, but this, like I said, this paper collection is from Bo Bunny. I made a list of all the people that I was sending cards to, and then on the back, I'm making a list. I need to update it on all the cards I've received. And then I did journal. Gotta keep my thumb over that. I did journal about that. I won't read that. About how I always do my cards early. And then I just wrote about some of the things I did. I slept in, not on purpose. I had to work. Mailed cards. We got to wear sweatpants at work. I packed for a trip. I bagged up some Christmas cookies for a cookie exchange, raked the leaves, did just day 1 in my December Daily, and gave a gift for my secret sister and got a gift from my secret sister. So it was a fun day. So I tried to kind of journal that day too. And then I had made that pocket inspired after a page from Allie Edwards, but it wasn't the right color and the holes were on the opposite side. And I wanted to put the card information in the back. Day 2, went to San Antonio and kind of journal a little bit here. Again, nothing too exciting. But I sealed off the top with the Becky Higgins, actually have it over here, sealer. Once I added the sequins and the backside I did just a picture from the Riverwalk. It's hard to see here, but there's the luminaries, and that was what I was so excited about. And I used one of those 3x8 pages from Allie Edwards' website. Then I bought this ornament. I looked all over for it because I knew they had these little flat ornaments just to kind of hang there, which I thought was fun because this was going to be a lot of pictures because I journaled about going to the Riverwalk. So, and kind of debated on decorating that more, but again, trying to preserve room because I know it's going to be fat. On the backside on Sunday, this was day 3, I did a half marathon in the rain. And so, usually this goes like that. And then even on the back of that, I did a picture and I journaled on top of the pictures before I printed them this time. And then I used another one of my label makers to do 0 training, 1 rainstorm, 13.1 miles, 1 medal. So wasn't sure I was going to make it because I had not trained, but I did. The next day was Christmas tree. So I did another overlay from her kit. And then I journaled just about what the Christmas tree experiences growing up were. I used, this is from Hobby Lobby. This is from those Michael numbers. This is from Tim Holtz. He has a collection of like deck of cards. Then on the back, this was all about just my tree experiences growing up. On the back, I actually journaled about that day, and it was just record-breaking heat, and then it was 84 degrees, broke records, and then the next day it was 20. So these are from the kits from Allie Edwards, and then I just did a whole page of the Christmas tree, did another Avery tag, and just left it like that. The next day, day 5, was my work cookie exchange, and so this is a picture. We all, instead of bringing a bunch of cookies, we bring 2 cookies with the recipe attached. So it's kind of a recipe exchange, and we've been doing this for years. So these are all the cookies this year, and then inside this tag, this is kind of a Michael's page, because this is from Michael's. I journaled about our cookie exchange, and this is from Michael's. I put my favorite recipe that someone else had brought. This was a recipe I brought. These are my cookies, and I sealed this again. I put these 2 little cookie cutter things. These were from Hobby Lobby. I put those in and then sealed it. And then this is a collection called Milk and Cookies, these little gingerbread guys. And then at the back of the tag, I didn't write anything because I'd put it on the picture directly. I just put the little gingerbread since it was back from the other page. This was day 6. Oh, again, it looks like this. So day 6, trim the tree. And so I put the new ornaments from this year, and this is an old ornament that was on my great-grandparents' tree. I made this little guy. I bought this vintage Santa. I have probably 10 of him that I bought on Etsy. Put a little bit of a doily from Hobby Lobby, this plaid paper, which was from Hobby Lobby, this tree. They have these little wooden trees, which I think I got maybe at Target, a couple sequins, and this Marion Bright, which was a Tim Holtz. And then inside the envelope, I used some tags from Hobby Lobby, and I made a little liner for it with some paper from Hobby Lobby. I wrote about the old ornament on my tree, and then I wrote about the new ornaments I get every year. This is kind of what I collect when I travel, and then I just wrote about the day on this tag. So, and they live inside that envelope, which I'll put back in a minute. And I put that little paper clip on it. And then this was yesterday. This was what I anticipated I like even more than this. Not my favorite page, but it's okay. So I have this snowflake that I got at Hobby Lobby. And then this collection, I'll have to look up what that is. But just added a few little doodads. But it's going to go with what's on the back too, because I went to White Christmas last night. So this was all about my work Christmas party, about how there was a couple of snow flurries here, but there was a lot more snow south of us, so it's unusual. And so yeah, that's week 1. Real simple. I obviously don't have a theme. My theme just kind of is, I'm trying to go with each day and go back and forth with different colors and stuff, because that's just more my style to keep myself entertained.